G'day, guys, and welcome back to ADOS the Great YouTube channel. So, guys, we are back. My wife and I spent our first wedding anniversary in Noosa over the weekend. Nice Queensland town, very beachy town. If you haven't been there, I do recommend going for a holiday. Beautiful, beautiful area. But yeah, we're going to go over my predicted team lists team list for the Rabbitohs for round 4. But before we do that, guys, I do apologise. I didn't bring my NRL round 3 review. As I said, we were away on our anniversary, so unfortunately, I didn't have the facilities there to be able to bring you that. So I do apologise about that, but we are back with the regular content this week, and I'll give you a full review of every game when I do my tipping video. But I will go over quickly. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I like to keep these, or try and keep them around the 5 minute mark, my selections or my prediction for how I think the team will line up. Now, for some reason, this camera's gone a little bit hazy for this episode, but you aren't here to look at my ugly face. You're here to hear my voice and the predictions I've got. Now, as I said, I will go over last week's game. I was very proud of the Rabbitohs. They put up a huge fight against the Roosters, and we got a huge win over them. I do think that a couple of the disallowed tries probably should have gone our way. Definitely the Keon Kolomatangi one. I do think that should have been a try. And I think the Latrell Mitchell one was. I probably wouldn't have given that a try, but at the same time, I think that could have gone either way. It was very close, very close. But I think the Keon one probably was deserving of a try. So I just don't think there was enough evidence to overturn it. But that is just my opinion. I'm very happy with the win. We got a very good win on the weekend. We're sitting at 9th now, so we've jumped up a fair bit. I'll take that. We got our first win of the season. Very proud of the boys. Standouts were definitely Cameron Murray. Tane Mill put on some big hits. That hit on Sitili Tupanua was very good. Loved it. Keon Kolomatangi was very good as well. Jai Arrow, just to name a few, like Stretch. All year, Stretch has been good. I did say he'd be our most improved player, and I think he's definitely on his way to being that. But yeah, I'll talk more about the Rabbitohs in my tipping video that will probably drop Wednesday or Thursday, guys. So stay tuned for that one. But yeah, let's talk about the team list, or how I think the team list will get announced tomorrow. So obviously, this is probably going to go up a bit late tonight, guys. Maybe about 8:45, 9 o'clock. Reason being is we literally only just got home. Still got to unpack. Still got to do all that stuff. I am very tired, but I need to get this video out for you guys. Keep that constant content coming. Tongue twister there, but here we go. So yeah, let's go through the team. I don't think there's going to be too many changes, but I think we might see one player back this week, and I'll get to that at the end of the video. I don't have him in my 17-man squad as of yet because I don't think he'll get named in the 17-man squad. I think he'll be named in the reserves, but we'll get to him at the end of the video. So my team is practically the same as last week, but we'll go over it anyway. So fullback is obviously Latrell Mitchell. He was brilliant last week. Definitely the best game he's played this year. Out of the 2 games he's played, 100% was the best game. My wingers, obviously Alex Johnston. He's a try-scoring machine. I wouldn't be surprised if he scored a double or triple maybe against the Panthers. I think he's going to have a blinder this weekend. And then on the other wing, we're keeping Jackson Paulo there. However, special mention to Josh Mansour. He's killing it in the New South Wales Cup. He definitely had an amazing game in round 2, and I think he should probably be back, in the minds of the coaches for consideration. But I don't think they'll go that way. So Jackson Paulo is my winger. The centres are obviously Stretch, Campbell Graham, brilliant player. He's by far my favourite for most improved. And on the other centre, Tane Milne, there's no way he gets dropped. He's been just defensively, he's been an anchor. Players can't get past him. He puts big hits on. However, that could be a downfall later on in the season. He might get too hit heavy like Jaden Seward did. He might end up with a week on the sidelines. he could also end up costing us because he does like to rush up. So if he has a few defensive lapses there, that could cause us some issue, but I'm very confident he won't. I'm just saying that he does need, he may need to tone it down just a little bit, but I love the big hit. So keep him up, Tane, but be smart about it. That's all I'm saying. In the halves, obviously we got Cody Walker, another player that had probably his best game of the season. Lachlan Ilias is the halfback, finding his feet, and I'm so proud of him. There's been a lot of people doubting him, but I think he's slowly finding his feet in the team. It did take Adam a fair few games to find his feet. We started that season off pretty bad too. So, you know, give him a chance. He will get there. All right. In the front row, I've got Marky Nichols, Junior Totola, and Damien Cook at dummy half. No changes for me here. These guys were solid. Damien Cook, another player that had probably one of his best games of the year, if not his best. His running game was amazing. Defensively, he was a beast as well. Tackle after tackle. I'm pretty sure he's up there. I don't think he's leading the tackle count this year, but he's definitely up there for sure. Second rowers, obviously, we've got Keon Kolomatangi and Jai Arrow. For some reason, I always forget Jai's name when I'm doing this. Love Jai Arrow. He's been amazing this year. Probably another candidate for most improved player. And finally, our captain and our lock, Cameron Murray, to round out the 13. Murray, by far our best player on the weekend. Definitely deserved his 3 Dally M points. And hopefully he can continue that form this week against the Panthers. All right, coming off the bench, guys, I've got obviously Siliva Havili, Jacob Host, Thomas Burgess, and finally we've got Liam Knight. Almost said Davey Moel, but I'm happy with how Liam played. I think he deserves that number 17 jersey. However, he could fall out, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I'm just gonna call it my 18th man. I'll add him to the team because I think he may get named somewhere in the 24-man squad this week, and that is Blake Taaffe. We were told that he's probably another 2 weeks away, but I do expect him to get named in the 24-man squad. He won't get named in the 17 unless he's fit to go, and I'd say Liam Knight or Jacob Host are probably one of the two players that miss out, unfortunately. Siliva Havili has been amazing off the bench, and I do think that our bench can function with two sort of utility players because Siliva Havili can play in the second row, he can play in the front row, he can play at dummy half, he can play in centres, and then you got Blake Taaffe who can cover a lot of the back positions. So I think taking those two players in will definitely help us, and I'd be happy to go in that direction. Now, another thing I have been hearing, but I think is very doubtful, because realistically, Latrell is our fullback and will be for the foreseeable future. The only other thing I can think of, though, is if the Rabbitohs were going to go down that path, probably dropping Jackson Paulo, moving Tane Milne to the wing, Latrell Mitchell to the centres, and Blake Taaffe to fullback. That won't happen, guys. I can assure you of that. I'd be very surprised if that happened. But that is my lineup this week, guys. Let me know what changes you'd make, if any. Do you think the coach will make any changes? I'd love to hear your opinions, guys. But we're nearly at 9 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the footy on the weekend. We got a win. Up the mighty Rabbitohs. Thank you all once again. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.